Good morning, I'm Sharon Katzke and I am the founder and CEO of the All Lights and the Visum Lights. Today we are at the Idaho Horse Expo and we've had the fortune to be able to be here for a few years, and I want to share with you my humble beginnings where I started 13 years ago, I believe. My booth used to look like this. I simply had a cardboard sign and I put that on a table and that's how everything started, and this is where we are today. And I'm going to give you a little bit of a tour. So our newest addition is Stiff. She came to me this year and she has been really a great addition to our team. She is demonstrating our all light pads and the curved Visum pad that we use on our neck. We use it on horses' feet. We use it on tiny dogs. She also has the knee pad, which is also working on her elbow. So any hinge joint, that pad's going to work great for. She has a foot pad on. We have people with neuropathy, and so a pair of foot pads is going to be the easiest way for you to work with that. You put them on, you sit there on your couch or your favorite chair, and you can have your leg therapy helping with your neuropathy. She has what we call our handy pad. Why would we call it a handy pad? This thing is darn handy. It goes in all sorts of little places. You can put it in small spots. You can stick it on your hip. You can take it with you in your purse. It fits in a lot of different places. All of our lights come with all of the colors. So this one has red, infrared, which you can only see through the camera, red and infrared. Then we have blue with that. I'm going to take the red off for a minute and just show you that we have the blue, we have the green, and we have the blue and green together, which is turquoise. That's a beautiful color. She's wearing our back pad. The nicest thing about the back pad is the lights are in the back and the controller is in the front. I don't actually have it on here right now, but you're able to sit in a chair. You can go for a drive. These are intended to go with you on the go. So she's all ready to go with our wrist pad, our knee and elbow pad, our foot pad, our back pad, our handy pad, and our curved pad. That's what Stiff has. She has the knee elbow pad, which is awesome for horses' hocks as well. Any hinge joint. Our foot and ankle pad. The back pad. A wrist pad. We have the pain buster pad, which we don't actually have out on her right now. Our knee pad. And the handy pads. So that's basically the all light pads. Why do we use all these different colors? Because each color has a different property and effect on the body. So we like to start with what we call our PBM light, which is what the term for the industry is calling low-level light therapy now. It's called photobiomodulation. And that light looks like this. And it comes on with red and infrared, which you could only see there, and then we pulse that. And you can see that it's pulsed. So that is our PBM light. This is our most popular light. It's very durable, handy. It fits in your fingers like this. You can work on your animal. You can put it on your back. The nice thing about putting it here and working on your animal is you have fingers on that body that you can feel any response, any twitch, any release. You've got your fingers right there. You know if it's hot spot, cold spot, dip. And you can work with that point by having your hands there. So that's what we use our PBM light for. But our beginnings all started with the red all light and the blue all light. So 12 years ago, 13 years ago, this is everything that we had to offer. And the beauty of what we offer is that these heads are interchangeable. So you could literally take the blue head off of our lights, keep that as a second spare, and have a setup like this. So you don't have to have both of them. That is a very convenient factor that we have offered. So we started with the red, came out with the blue, and then we added the green. When we added the green, I said, green is the new red. That was 10 years ago. And finally, the rest of the world is catching up with us about what green light therapy can do. Not only is it calming and great for our anxiety, but now they're finding that it releases 10 times the stuck oxygen that we have over what the red light will do. So if you have migraines or any kind of pain-related issues that are related to stuck oxygen, this is the phenomenal light to use on that. It's my favorite light. I like it for sleep. I like it for just every day. If you have an animal that says, red's a little much for me, they're going to respond to the green so much better. So much better. Our blue light, blue, not only is it antibacterial and antifungal, it's a soothing light. So it's going to remove heat. If you have a fresh brain, the last thing you're going to do is put a heating pad on that. So what do? You're going to put an ice pack on it. Blue is ice in a light. Much more convenient to carry with you than a pack of ice. If you're on your way to therapy, you can use your pad getting there, getting your body part ready for therapy. On your way home, you can wear the blue light, and that's just like having ice after a therapy session. So blue is an incredible light to have with you when you're traveling, when you're doing anything. I'm going to show you this particular dog named Dodge. Dodge was named Dodge because he dodged the puppy mill, he dodged a bad owner, he dodged a terrible life. He was terrified, little tiny dog. And you can see what he looked like when we first approached him with the green light. As soon as we put that light on his heart, this was his reaction. And he instantly melted into that. Animals can't lie. Trust them. So the All-Light Flex pads came out of combining all of our colors of light and offering in a pretty straightforward pad. You can either pulse it or have it on as a continuous wave. Okay, super simple, not a lot of choices, don't have to get very involved. We use our Hawk pad as our knee pad or on any hinge joint like our elbows. We use our wrist pad. This pad is so awesome because you can use it while you're working, driving, typing at the computer. You aren't tied to the wall with a cord. None of our pads come with cords. They're all very portable. So you're able to do your job, keep on going, get your therapy, and your relief. We have our back pad. That pad can go around a torso. It can go around all sorts of different places. The lights are on the back, the controller's on the front. So if you're up against anything, you can sit in a chair, you can go for a drive. It's great for drivers that people are on the road very long, truck drivers, anybody that's doing long distance driving. This is a great pad because you can sit in your chair and enjoy it as well. We have the Pain Buster pad, our handy pad. You can see the size of the handy pad. And then we have our foot pad, which we've used for other things too. Like I said before, just because they're named something doesn't mean that's the only place you can use the pad. No rules. We have a series of books and charts that we offer. We call this our barn chart because this is absolutely not the time to try and remember where you left your book. If you got a horse in colic, you can get on it right away. The other side of this chart is our general wellness chart. You should be doing these points on your horse, and we use this light for acupressure points mostly. You should be doing this with your horse a couple times a week just for overall wellness. Keep the immune system strong, keep their performance up. So we like to put this out in the barn, have an easy reference, put this side out so you know where this side is when you need it in an emergency. Our equine guidebook is intended to help you understand how to use your acupressure points. So first we have an evaluation guide in there, and with our evaluation guide, we use what we call a working chart. This working chart comes with a little marking pen, and as you go through your horse and put pressure points and put pressure on these different points, you'll receive a reaction from them. Now, it's up to you to use your own scale. 0 to 5, 5 to 10, I don't care what you use. Be consistent. Be consistent with your numbering. Be consistent with the tool that you're using to put the pressure on the animal to measure their reaction. So you can go through and it'll be like nothing, oh, all of a sudden there's a reaction. So you put a 5 right on the chart. And you go through, you have it for both sides. You go home, you go in the house, you make yourself a little Excel spreadsheet and you say right and left, here's the date, these are the points that are triggered. You use your book to refer to those points, and that's going to help you identify what part of the horse is really reacting. Just because you touch them here doesn't mean it's not something back here. So you need to do that 3 to 5 times and look at some sort of a trend. Are you getting better? Is the same spot hot every time you go in? And then you can really start digging down deep to find out what's going on, but you can't manage something if you're not documenting it. So we give you the tools to do that. Also in our book, we have all of these different conditions that you can use the book for. You can use acupressure points to support your horse. In the back of the book are the meridians themselves on pictures of a live horse. So now you can see their anatomical structures. You can see, a lot of books will have it on a black and white drawing. Well, that doesn't help as much as when you can see actually the physical horse. So that is how our equine guidebook has been put together. Phenomenal book. We offer books and charts. We offer our charts, on a USB now. We don't offer them in book form anymore. In here are all of our meridians for people, as well as some of the most common conditions that we have for people. We have found that Google is an awesome spot to find charts like that, so we purposefully did not put a lot in there. We put the most common ones that we come across, but we're always here to answer your questions. After we develop the All-Lights and we have the different colors of All-Lights, many of the doctors that I have working with me came back and said, we love them, can you put them in one? And so we created the Visum light. It has all the colors in it, but I decided maybe we can take that a step further and add sound frequencies. And so these lights, the Visum lights, the purple lights, have the Nogier sound frequencies. They also have the ability to select pre-programmed patterns that we've picked the frequencies for you, so you don't have to, oh, I don't want to learn about them, or I don't understand that. You don't actually have to. We have shortcutted that into our pre-programmed patterns. So we have different ones for that. All of our lights have all the colors. There's your red. There's red and blue together, which is magenta. There's just your blue. There's your green. There's blue and green together. There's red, blue, and green. There's red and green. And you can add infrared to any of those. So infrared has so many awesome properties that we want to add that in with any color whenever we can. Okay. The only time I don't really add the infrared in is when I'm using green at night on the palm of my hand to go to sleep. Just looking at stimulating all those acupressure points in there and just allowing that. I don't need to go deep with that light. So that's our handheld Visum light. This is our Visum Flex Pad line. We wanted to do something different for the horse's pole. There's a lot of pole caps available, We didn't want another cap. Caps go over the ears. They just basically work on the top of the head. We wanted a pull pad, and that pad goes all the way down to C2 and C3, down in the TMJ, all the forehead points, pull, atlas, the whole shebang, and the ability to add green light. Nobody has a pull cap that has green light. We have the curve pad. That is such a versatile pad. We can put it on the foot. We can put it on our necks. We can put it on our knee. We can put it on a tiny dog. We can put that pad in a lot of different places. Put it across your chest. Doesn't matter. No rules. You can see that that's the same pad on the neck. Our long and skinny pad is great for the spine. It's great to go across your face. It'll go around an arm and leg. It is go around this way. So the long and skinny is also very helpful. This is our pain buster pad. This is my physical therapist while she's working out wearing the pad. She's jumping up and down off of this thing that they do that I look at and go, good for you, you go girl, with the pad on. This is the same person with that pad on her back. So you can see the size of the generous pad. She's a smaller girl, no doubt, but that pad, we call it the generous pad for a reason. This is our mighty pad. And then we have our small dog / cat. I have cats at the house. They absolutely love having their light therapy. Every morning they just kind of lay around and throw a pad on top of them. This is the same pad on a small dog. Then we have a medium dog, a large dog, and that large dog is also on a mini horse. So one of the things that we chose to do with the Visum line is create more pet pads, okay? So even though you can take any of those all-light pads and put them on a pet, we wanted to have specific pet pads. So this particular pet pad, Traveler is my dog's name, fits a smaller dog. Not the tiny dogs, but the small dogs. This is a medium dog pad. And this is Blinky. She got her name this weekend. This is a large dog pad and a mini horse pad. So I have minis and I wanted something that was going to work on them, and they get this pad a lot and they love it. And you can see this little guy here. You can see about how that fits on a mini horse. So the dog pads, and just because this says, oh, I'm a large dog pad, guess what? Doesn't mean you can't wear this here on your back, all the way on your legs. I mean, you can put this pad, it has lots and lots and lots of LEDs. You can put this pad anywhere on you that you want. So outside of the pads that are cut more for a dog, we have our flat pads, as I call them. We start with our generous pad. This is the largest pad we have and very popular pad. We've cut that pad in half, and we have a long skinny. This is awesome pad. You're going to put it over your face for people that want to have, skin. A lot of people are looking at light therapy for their face and their skin and their wrinkles. This is phenomenal for that. We also have a pain buster pad, the same size as the pain buster pad for All Light. It's just that this one has sound frequencies as well as the color changes. And then we have our mighty pad. The mighty pad is actually like half the length of a long and skinny. This is similar to our handy pad. It can fit in smaller spots. You can strap them together. You can add that on to the back of our Visum pad. You can create any configuration that you want. You can strap, two of these together and go around your waist. There are no rules. There's no wrong way to do it. The only wrong way to do it is to not do it. So the last member of our team is Easy Rider. She joined us this year as well, and she loves to just hang out on our table with us. Her daughter's over there, Blinky. This is Easy Rider. So then we have specific horse pole pad. The beauty of this pad is you don't have to touch the horse's ears to put the pad on. There are a lot of horses that are too tall. I mean, I'm tall, but some horses are even too tall for me, or they don't even like their ears touched. So this particular pad can be put on from the back. The front strap comes down, you reach around the side, set that in, you go ahead and reinforce it underneath here, and now you have the pole pad. It has lights in the band, it has lights in the flap, so it's going to impact all of the acupressure points on the head. The TMJ, the pole, the Atlas, C2, C3, this pad is phenomenal. Now I have a friend that has this pad, and she said, I use it all over the horse. You know, I just slide it down over those withers, slide it back over the hips. That's great. The best thing you can do is to put the pads on at the same time. You've got our generous pad over the sacral. You have the pole pad over the cranial, and you have cranial sacral work going on that horse for 20 minutes, and let the lights do their thing. The only other really critical point if you're working on your horse is to have a hoof pad. These are intended for all sorts of foot issues, laminitis. All of our meridians end on our feet, so you have all the ting points around the coronary band. This pad comes with Velcro on it. This Velcro's like Fort Knox. And you want that if you've got this on a horse's foot and they're doing all that kind of stuff. You really want to have some strong Velcro there. It too has all of the different colors, the patterns, the pre-programmed patterns. The pre-programmed, you turn it on the power, you always pick your color. You pick a color, and then you have pre-programmed patterns. P1 on here is for nerve pain. P2 is for lymphatic release. P3 is for regular pain. That's kind of one of my favorite buttons. P4 is for anxiety. Second favorite button. That with the green light, gonna get you there. P5 is for skin, for people that are really interested. Not only are they interested in it for their face, but now we've got animals with skin issues, whether it's allergies or dry skin or skin fungus or rain rot or scratches, anything like that. We're going to get on that with the blue light. And then we have P6 is for energy and P7 is for the brain. So P7, you can actually see the pulsation. So what we've done is we've put together an equine package. This is the equine owner package. It has the pole pad, the generous pad, a tendon pad, a hock pad, a curve pad. It actually has 2 belly straps and a carry case. So that's what we call our equine owner. The professional is the same exact pad, except it comes with 2 of these, 2 of these, 2 of these, and a spare one of these, and a spare one of these. So you're set up to get out to the barn without having any downtime. I'm going to give you a couple tips about our knee hock pad. This can be put on the horse in 4 different ways. You can put it on this way where the opening is over the hock and the controller is on the top. You can take it around the backside and have the opening over the hock and the controller on the top. This is probably where you're going to get the most motion out of this. So it's always helpful to take an extra strap and put it over that and secure it in place. The other ways to do this, I'll put it on upside down. There's a couple reasons for that. There's less motion down below the hock. If the horse is going to move its leg, it's going to keep that more secure, but you can still put the pad or the extra strap over that to do that. And you can do the same thing where you turn it this way, have the opening over the hock, have the controller below it. And again, that just gives it a lot less movement on the leg. So there's 4 ways you can do this. Doesn't matter. Light's going to work on all 4 of them.